Sometimes in life you're gonna have really hard days, real painful days, real days of suffering. And then sometimes in life you're gonna have wonderful days of rest and beauty and nature. This is one of those days. It's really sunny right now.
Very.
I love it. I have a bit of wanderlust in me, and I really like to check things out. So when I go to a place that's new and they have a great idea, I'm like, yeah, I want to go do the Oregon Trail. Of course. Let's hop on a wagon. That's where I am right now. Boo and I went to Kalama, Washington, which is about 40 miles north of Portland, and we are staying at the mcmenamins Kalama Lodge. There's a lot to see, and there's a lot to do. So let's go. We made it to the cabin. I do love you more than beer.
I would hope so.
I do. I really do. I've been eating right outside our door. I think that'd be really nice outside our door. I think I need a basket.
Oh.
Okay, so just a little helpful hint. Our room, which is the Sasquatch room, is a 209, and directly out the door is the coffee room where you go get your coffee in the morning. Well, we kind of wanted to get like espresso because we're bougie. But I like Nick Cave. That's cool.
Well, we just did like the whole clue thing of, you know, finding, what is it, scavenger
picture,
hunt
yeah.
thing?
Yeah, that was fun.
So it's pretty cool.
It's cool for people who likes to play games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, so we're on our 5th one now?
I think we're on our 5th one now. I think you can go turn it in for a present.
Well, it's like kind of like a passport thing. Places to go, you know?
So, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. We're booked.
Oh, we got our full one here.
Yeah.
It's gonna give us a reason to go do things that we necessarily wouldn't have a reason to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but mcmenamins is able to make things bougie, but cheap. Like you could walk into Goodwill, get your outfit, and then go over to mcmenamins and be totally comfortable. Like you're not gonna find Louis Vuitton here, but you're gonna find high-end Cabela's. Every Sunday Funday has been really different, and I like that. I'm gonna take a nap now. You having a nice time?
Yeah.
We took our rest on the lanai and watched the sunset, and that was heavenly. Now we're
Yes.
gonna go like hunt for secret rooms and interesting art and delicious food.
I'm down for all that.
Hi. Yeah. Hey.
Sasquatch story.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can do an out loud reading.
It's like a bedtime story.
Yes. Welcome to Bigfoot country. You're right in the thick of it, here in the Pacific Northwest, a region said to be crawling with the giant, hairy, ape-like creatures. Incredible stories have been circulating for years, like this one that might just raise your hackles. A wild-eyed and scared Washington State Fisheries employee rushed in the bar and asked for a double shot on the rocks. Joe had been enjoying his days off by camping alone on the upper Kalama River, which is beautiful country. On his first night, Joe built a campfire and gathered firewood in preparation for spending several days in the area. Not long after the sun went down, he heard movement in nearby underbrush. According to the story, he could hear grunting, heavy breathing, and the sounds of tree limbs being broken off or snapped off. He kept feeding his campfire more wood. He told folks that he was firmly convinced that keeping the fire going all night had saved him. He stayed awake through the night, with the intruder leaving just before dawn. At first light, he got on his trail bike and left for Kalama, leaving behind his tent, sleeping bag, his tackle, and other top-notch gear. They asked him if he was going back for his camping equipment. Joe replied, "No, you can have it." Upriver from here in the Columbia River Gorge, Scavenger County made it illegal to kill Bigfoot. In 1969, at the height of what was called a Bigfoot craze, this county was besieged with out-of-state believers, many of them armed. The board of the county commissioners realized that not only did these hunters pose a risk to potential Bigfoots, but they also threatened residents' safety. Today, Bigfoot is listed as an endangered species in the Scavenger County, considered a Sasquatch refuge. Stories of Sasquatch have existed in native culture since before recorded time. This excerpt from Legends Beyond Psychology by researcher Henry Franzoni examined the cultural relationship between the native man and Bigfoot. Here in the Northwest, and west of the Rockies generally, Indian people regard Bigfoot with great respect. He is seen as a specific kind of being because of his obvious close relationship with humans. Some elders regard him as standing on the border between animal-style consciousness and human-style consciousness, which gives him a special kind of power. It is not that Bigfoot's relationships to humans makes him superior to other animals. In Indian culture, unlike Western culture, animals are not regarded as inferior to humans, but rather as elder brothers and teachers of humans. As beings who blend the natural knowledge of animals with something of the distinctive type of consciousness called intelligence that humans have, Bigfoot is regarded as a special type of being.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, I got lost in that too.
Yeah.
Could barely see us.
It's so dark. So like we're taking the stairs up and down the levels instead of taking the elevator. They're all dark blue with pretty stars painted. And then like look at the pipes. They've been painted and their faces.
Find a secret room.
The website said look for the blue lights. We're really lost. We're like in the kitchen. How did we get in the kitchen?
Why even?
You can get some bagels. I hear a very weird noise. I found it.
We found a secret room.
I'm gonna hang out here now.
That looks creepy.
The whole thing's creepy, okay? But see, that's the mcmenamins thing.
Yeah.
Is that it's kind of creepy, kind of cool, kind of eclectic.
Comforting.
It's so artsy weird. It's like steampunkish and pioneer put together into one.
Jim puts that sound of opera, and then like everybody's like, "What the heck?" And Creech's like, "I'm not ready for this."
We found. Okay, we're headed up there.
I think I know where it is.
Okay, let's go.
Think. Just checking to make sure. There's storage. Yeah, storage.
I hear it.
You hear it?
Oh,
Is on it?
I found it. Oh, this is a trip.
Yeah, that's where the blue light is.
Oh yeah.
Okay. These things look like tons of sperm trying to get to their egg.
Sperm party.
This is cool.
Okay, stop. Do that. No room. Within the room. Okay. What?
Get out of here.
Is that a room? Oh, that's cool. I love it.
Franklin's Tower.
Oh.
It's locked from that side in, so you can't. You just think it's storage. I want to go back in there.
Can we have a secret room in our house?
Trippy.
You found your jam. Okay, something just went by in the water because you saw all those waves, but we can't see anything. There's not a boat left, and there's not a boat right. Creepy.
So
It is important that you come here immediately.
It was. This whole place was awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
I would come back again. I want to try all the other
Stay another
mcmenamins.
night right now.
Food was great. People were great. Atmosphere was great. The room was great.
Beautiful view. I loved just opening up my door and seeing whatever ship was going by. That was great.
And we got these passport things now, which is very fun. All of a sudden, we got treats already from doing one of the scavenger hunts and things like that. It was great already.
Well, here's the thing about that is that like we love games, and when I found out that it's an expiration date and that the things weren't so impossible to get a stamp for, then then our gamers clicked in and we're like, oh, we're doing this. When that beautiful little Irish woman was explaining,
I know.
I'm like every word that came out of her mouth, I'm like, yes, I want
Yes,
that. Yeah,
I know,
okay,
for real.
sign me up. Yeah, it's this great little cottage.
I know.
That smells like heaven.
Yeah.
And she's just in there being beautiful.
Yeah, if you ever been by Kalama,
Oh, if
go
you come
here.
to visit us, we're going to Kalama.
Yeah,
I loved it. I want to come back real soon.
really, really slow. Ah!